Hello, how are you doing? My name is Steve Edwards, and welcome to October's video blog. Happy Halloween. You'll be receiving this right before you go out door to door and get your candy, so I hope you have a fun, safe time. So in September's video blog, we talked about what you should start thinking about for 2023, next year. So now I'm going to take it and just have a general discussion about what is happening in our healthcare world today. So I have 5 or 6 items. We'll run through those really quickly. If you have any questions on them, get with me. So open enrollment for Florida Medicaid is happening now. Regions 9 through 11 down south is their open enrollment is 10/1 through 11/30. Regions 5 through 8 Central Florida is 11/1 through 12/31. And regions 1 through 4, that northern Florida, is from 12/1 to 1/31/2023. So now you should be talking to your patients. Are they eligible for T19, Title 19, Sunshine, but they're not part of it? That's a discussion that you want with them. Like if they are an ATA recipient, but they have autism, that's not a good match. They're not going to get the therapy that they need. So take a look at your patients, engage your therapist to also take a look at that. So procurement is going to be happening in 2023. So many people have called me and said, hey, I'm receiving these contracts. And what they are is potential MMAs that are wanting to get into Florida are going out and trying to build a provider base. Once you know what the fee schedule is, if I was you, I would sign that and send it back and just be on their list in case they win that. They win the reprocurement, you can be already ahead of the game, getting in network with them. We'll have more out on this as Medicaid starts alerting all the providers and stuff like that, probably the beginning of next year. So the next thing I want to talk about is the big raise that you received. Humana, Sunshine Under 2, CMS Title 19 and 21, Straight Medicaid, and AmeriHealth all have put that raise in that were reflected on, this is the first week's EOBs, that raise have been reflected. I know that Straight Medicaid is going to backdate that to 7/1, and at some point they will reprocess all those and pay you that extra bonus, if you will, that extra raise. Hopefully in the next 60 days that will happen. I have not got confirmation from any of the other MMAs, which I don't think they will be making you whole to that new raise since 7/1. Remember that ATA is under a different pricing model. I have not heard about them incorporating the raise in there. I did ask, I did not receive an answer, so my guess is that they're not. At the time that I asked them, they were evaluating all that, and they had not heard anything from the payers, being Molina, Sunshine, and the people that are administered by ATA. Oh, I want to give you a couple alerts on payers. As you know, you're supposed to be paid within 30 days when they receive the claim. Champ VA, if you get into that cycle and you are paid in 2, 3, 4 weeks, that's a good situation. But I can tell you that Champs VA over the last several years, they ask for notes on a lot of claims, and if they do ask for notes, you will probably not be paid for about a year. And I just want you to know that going into it. If they pay very well, but I would say 70% of the dates of service that you bill to them, it's going to take you about 8 months to a year and a half to be paid for Champ VA because they're just so behind. I envision a big room with a bunch of notes in it because once they ask for notes, it's a bottomless pit. So Orlando Health went to UMR to administer their plan. They asked for notes for a lot. You've probably noticed they asked a lot of notes. It takes them 60 days to review the notes that you send in. So they get 30 days to pay you, But if they ask for notes, they get an additional 60 days. And I'm not sure if it's about the relationship with Orlando Health or UMR, but they're just asking for a lot of notes. And I only tell you that. I'm not saying to get rid of any patients that have Orlando Health. I want you to know that these two payers, being Champ VA and Orlando Health, administered by UMR, you're going to get paid a lot slower. So this has happened a couple times to us, to you and us, over the last 60 days, where the therapist gets the check, the payment in the form of a check in their name. And y'all usually reach right out to us, which is what you should do. But I can tell you 9.9 times out of 10, it's a credentialing issue. So take that first step. EEP does not do credentialing. So you're going to want to talk to provider relations and find out what is the issue with that provider that is getting those checks. You shouldn't have to reissue the check because we billed under box 33 of the CMS 1500. Your tax ID of the clinic, the NPI, the address, all that is just that the check is under that name. But I also know that some banks won't allow that. So if you can get it into your bank, get it into your bank. If you can't, then we'll have to wait till that credentialing issue is fixed before we get that check reissued. So you know that could be a lot of time. So those situations, please address it quickly. Big news for payers. Right now, as we stand, and it could change tomorrow, we do not have any global issues, meaning a payer is paying one unit instead of multiple units for Florida Medicaid or anything like that where EEP is putting in hundreds of appeals about one issue that a payer's having. So, I'm not saying that things are going smooth. We're in healthcare, and healthcare is not smooth, but we are on a good trajectory to be able to provide you with the best service possible because we're not spinning our wheels on issues that the payers are having going through underwriting. So now's a good time as we go into the fourth quarter that you should be getting your money just as fast or faster that you have been and not waiting on money, except for the raise from straight Medicaid. So I hope you have a great Halloween. I look forward to our November video blog. Have a great day. Thank you.